As our keynote speaker so eloquently reminded us, journalism isn't for the faint-hearted. It's generally not the road to fame and fortune. It can provide great job satisfaction, but very little job security. And for some, it results in great personal tragedy. Yet we carry on because journalism is a noble calling. And journalists are always going to be in demand. We are a vital source of information, collected and produced without fear or favor. This is true more than ever, as a growing number of governments adopt repressive laws, churn out propaganda, and turn away from democratic principles while their citizens remain in the dark about what's really going on. Nowhere is this more glaringly obvious than in Hong Kong, which was forcibly converted from a free and open society of 7.5 million people to mainland China's totalitarian system in a few short years. The Hong Kong government achieved this in large part by adopting a national security law in 2020, giving it broad powers to act against anyone it suspected of terrorism, encouraging independence, or just working with external actors against China's interests. A month after that law's passage, the government arrested Jimmy Lai, the well-known entrepreneur who owned Apple Daily, one of the most widely read daily newspapers in Hong Kong, with 600,000 digital subscribers. Lai had been a vocal critic of China's Hong Kong policies and a stolid defender of a free press. The government didn't stop there. In June 2021, some 500 armed policemen arrived at Apple Daily's office, treating it like a crime scene, confiscating computers and files. The chief editor and 5 other executives were arrested. The government froze the company's accounts, leaving it unable to pay staff or buy newsprint. The paper soon closed for good, marking a turning point in Hong Kong, which has lost not just a source of independent news, but a vibrant civil society. Apple Daily's final edition, 1 million copies, quickly sold out. So I'm pleased to give this year's President's Award to Jimmy Lai and the entire staff of Apple Daily. This is in recognition of an unflagging commitment to free press principles and of bravery and fortitude in the face of the Hong Kong government's harassment, staff arrest, and forced shutdown. Accepting the award are 2 former Apple Daily staff, Corita Wong and Simon Lee. Come on up. Are you here? And 3 former board members of the parent company, Clifford, Gordon Crovitz, and Brad Ham.
The story of Apple Daily shows both the importance and power of journalism and the unrelenting effort by authoritarians to stop a free press for millions of readers. Jimmy Lai was an unlikely person to lead Hong Kong media. As a young boy, he arrived on the island as a stowaway from the mainland. He worked in a garment factory, moving up to management, and then as the creator of a highly successful fashion brand. After watching scenes from Tiananmen Square in 1989, he decided to build a pro-democracy media company. He hired several thousand journalists and production workers, and Apple Daily became a world symbol of freedom. The crackdowns came slowly and then suddenly. Advertisers backed out after being threatened. Jimmy kept the paper alive with his own personal funding. The worst attack on freedom came in summer of 2020 with a new national security law that threatens the future of Hong Kong itself. Jimmy was arrested within 40 days. He remains in prison today. In June 2021, police raided Apple Daily with nearly 500 officers. They arrested the editor and other executives. Finally, authorities cut off all access the company had to its own money. There was no way to survive. Apple Daily printed its last issue in 2021. 1 million copies were printed. They sold out within a few hours. A remarkable voice went silent in Hong Kong, but we should honor the journalists for their courage and commitment to freedom.
And now Simon would like to make a few remarks. He joined Apple Daily in 2004 as an editorial writer and was instrumental in converting the paper to a multimedia digital platform. Simon.
June 24th, 2021, 9 months ago, we printed 1 million copies of this. This is one of them. Thousands of people waited outside our printing press. They knew it had to be a while before they can see Apple again. We had 600,000 subscribers. I know a lot of them refused to remove the apps from their phone, hoping one day it might miraculously start updating again. Tonight, I would like to take this opportunity to honor our 7 colleagues who are now in prison for freedom and truth. Zhang Kim-hong, our Chief Executive Officer and also the publisher. Chen Pui-man, she is our Deputy Publisher. Lo Wei-guang Ryan, he is our Editor-in-Chief. Feng Wei-guang, he is our Editor-in-Chief for the English edition. Yang Qingkei, he is our editorial writer. Lam Menzhong, who is our Executive Editor-in-Chief. Last but not least, my mentor, my hero, Jimmy Lai, who is the founder, the chairman, and also a writer who wrote 1,000 pieces since 1990s and pissed off the Communist Party. So, guys, for the time being, we cannot update our app. So here's one small favor I ask of you. Please continue to follow, to cover Hong Kong on our behalf, so people in the world, in Hong Kong, can know what is going on. Thank you very much.